I know I introduced this vehicle to the channel a little bit ago, but I had a little incident. I was at work, and while I was at work with my motorcycle, the neighbor kid backed into it. So I'm going through some insurance and stuff to get it taken care of, but pretty soon we'll be ripping around in this as soon as I get it all prettied up. Since it's going to be in the shop anyways, I'm going to be taking care of a few other things just to get it all done all at once, and then we'll be good to go. But let's get to the bike. Here we are again. What is up, guys? Matthew here, super excited always. Today I'm just heading to the store real quick before I get to work. But I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind. I decided to add a little bit at the start, talking about my little car there, because it has showed up on my channel. I introduced it and I drove around with it once, and I haven't done anything with it since. And you guys might be like, shift, Matthew. People are going to yell at you if you don't shift. I'm trying to fix something. I want to make sure we're plugged in and good to go. Hold on. Yeah, we're good. Okay, just make sure you guys can hear me, because I've done this before, like a half an hour of riding around talking to nobody. Anyway, so today I want to talk about a couple things that have been on my mind, as I usually do. Welcome to another episode of Ride and Ramble with Matthew, your host, where we talk about God knows what, just things that pop up in my journey about trying to move towards being a more successful human being, in terms of the way I treat other people, and financial and business relationships, professional things like that. And I just share things as they come that maybe you guys would like to know, in hopes that one person says, hey, thank you, I really appreciate hearing that. And that's happened before, and it feels great. I don't care if it's just one or not. Anyways, we'll get to the point. I'm rambling as I do. Today I kind of want to talk about managing your energy. This is very important. I view our energy in the day as he wants me to do a wheelie. Okay, so I view our energy in the day as like a battery bank, and it's only got one plug on it. You can either be plugged in, charging your energy, building your energy, or you could be plugged out, draining your energy, destroying your energy. And it can only be one way or the other. You can either be charging, energizing yourself, building yourself, or draining yourself. And I don't think there's really in between. And like, there's a residual drain. If you're not plugged in, you're draining. And I don't mean to sound depressing. I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna drive around a little bit. So managing your energy is very, very, very important. And I'm talking about your energy to get I don't know if I should be cursing on here. Your energy to get stuff done in a day. Your emotional energy, your physical energy, like even your energy, just like, oh, I feel tired, I feel pooped, things like that. Well, I think it all ties together, and you have to manage it. And there's situations in life that we can get ourselves into that either drain it or build it. And it's very important. And I wanted to talk about specifically one environment that a lot of people are draining their energy, and that is with our relationships with other people. It is our friendships, our significant others, and just things in that regard. Kind of losing my train of thought here. I saw they put a new light on our pole here and a camera, and now all of a sudden I can't remember what I was saying. Anyways, so we will build relationships with other people, and we tend to keep relationships around even if we know for sure that they are not serving us and they're just kind of bringing us down. And I was listening to somebody speak this morning about cutting the rope, cutting the cord with people who are draining us. And it could be difficult because, you know, you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You don't want to you know, be destructive or rude or things like that, and it's completely understandable. But there is a way to respectfully cut the cords with people if they're not, you know, if they're not pushing you in the direction that you need to be. And I do believe that relationships need to be pushing us to be better people. Of course, you know, you can't just disappear from everybody. It's probably not a good idea, but the people that we pay our energy to should be building us, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, you're either plugged in or you're plugged out. And so if you have a friend or family or something in your life that's draining your energy, the respectful, proper way to cut the ties with this person is to sit down and have an honest conversation about how you feel about it. And you don't need to apologize for how you feel. And it's not your responsibility on whether or not the person understands what you're trying to say or what you're trying to do. But you should come at it with honesty and calmness, in a sense of zen, in a way where if you're not going to just say, hey, you know, you're draining me, I'm out. Just, you know, be honest and be respectful about it. Be like, this is the direction I'm trying to go in my life, and this is just not working because ... fill in the gaps. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, fill in the gaps. It's difficult, but I believe it's very necessary because it is very comfortable to just not do anything, you know, to avoid the conflict. And I found myself in situations like this before, and that's kind of why, having listened to it this morning, I feel like I have been inspired to talk about it because I feel it. This is something that has been true in my life, and I'm kind of just realizing this. It's not a bad thing, and it's a misconception that a lot of people think. But it's not a bad thing to have to take a step back and redesign or reorganize your life and your relationships in a way to where your energy is not being drained. Because again, we only have so much. Now, if you don't have any, there's people that just don't have any goals, don't have any dreams, and don't want to really work for anything. And that's you, that's your choice, that's your life. If you don't have anything to work towards and you're not trying to accomplish anything and you're comfortable, by all means, shut this video off, don't listen to it. You know, you continue to be comfortable. Just don't expect life to change. The way I see it is, if you're very regularly complaining about your life, then it's the clearest sign that you need to make changes. Like, if you're gonna complain about it, because complaining drains your energy, it uses energy. If you're gonna complain about it and drain your energy on it, you might as well instead redirect that energy towards fixing it, making it better. And so this video is tied to those people who are either starting or in the process or considering making some major decisions, changes in their life to move towards a different picture or image of how they want their life to be. And it could be in any form. It could be financial abundance. It can be health, like your physical health, your diet, your fitness, just your mental well-being. All of these things are super important. And mind you, I believe that every form of health and every form that it takes is equally as important. But of course, I always come from the angle where the first place to start, no matter what you're doing, should always be your physical health, because your physical health will birth mental health, and that mental health will give you the energy and the clarity that you need to spot opportunities to better your financial health, and then your friendships and your family, and you could start helping others, and just it all stems, in my opinion, it all stems from your physical health. If you can take care of yourself. By the way, I guess since I could throw this out there, it is very important to drink clean spring water and to eat organic, fresh foods. Super important. I cannot even begin to explain the change in energy on a day-to-day basis. Of course, there's always going to be days where just feeling under the weather, because that's just the perfect imperfection of life. But in general, the energy of just well-being is so much better. Again, plugging in, not plugging out. Your food, your health, your fitness, plug into things that are going to uplift you and not drain you. And your relationships, cutting the cords from people that drain you and not uplift you. You want to be around people that make you better. You want to be around people that make you feel like sunshine. When you hang out or spend the evening or have a dinner or a lunch out with this person or these people, if you're leaving this place feeling like, oh, all we did was complain the entire time. I would just at lunch with a family member, and I haven't seen him in a long time, and I love him, it's family, but we spent 3 hours complaining. Like, not we, I was trying not to, of course, so you get sucked into it, but the entire conversation was complaining about work, complaining about life, complaining about health, complaining about the government, things like that. And it's so taxing. When you finish that conversation, you feel so dead inside, because it's all gone. The energy is gone. You're plugged out, not plugged in. You need to plug yourself in. It may be very difficult to completely control the entirety of your environment, and perfection should never be the goal. The goal should always just be improvement and growth. Uncertainty is an absolute. Volatility is an absolute. It is always something. Life is not a game of perfection, it's a game of adjustments. That's what I'm trying to say. I ramble a lot, and this might not end up making any sense in the end, but that's okay. It is very important that you plug in and not plug out, because your energy in your day is like a battery. I don't know what's going on here. Your energy in the day, it is like a battery bank. We're just cycling back to what we started with. You have one plug. You can either be plugged in. Cages, man. Or you could be plugged out. Choose wisely, because it doesn't go both ways. You need to take inventory of your life, of your relationships, of your daily routine. You need to take inventory of what you're doing, and I don't know, write it in a list. These are the habits, your daily habits, the things you do absolutely every day on a daily basis as routine without even thinking about it. And you need to write next to it, am I plugged in or am I plugged out? Manage your energy. Manage your energy. If you're waking up every single day and you are dreading what you have to do that day, you're not managing your energy. You're plugged out. If the very first thoughts of your day are, God, I don't want to go to work today, you're not plugged in, you're plugged out. And you can, this is the miracle. And then I'm going to end it on this because I've been talking in circles for a long time. Here's the miracle. Please listen to this if you're going to listen to anything. Your mindset and the reason, I always talk about consistency. This is very important. Please listen. If you have a good reason that you are focused on for doing the things that you're doing, for example, my job that I have right now is definitely not my dream job. Working in a factory, operating machines, you know, as like an electrician, as a machine specialist. It's not my dream, but it is a very good foundation for me to build my dreams on. Now, with things like your job, you can either change the job to make it better, or you can understand why you're doing it so that when you wake up every morning to go do it, you're plugged in. I go because the wages are good, the benefits are good, I'm making decent money there. It might not be my dream job, but I also work 4 10-hour shifts, so I get 3 days off in the week, and I use my free time, my days off, I use those days off to build the life that I want to build. I don't just waste it watching TV, watching YouTube, playing video games, drinking beer, or like whatever other people do. I used to be there, but mind you guys, in this, on the history of this channel, being here talking to you guys, I've made some pretty significant changes in my life. But my mindset when I wake up is, this might not be where I want to be for my work, but the mindset can plug you in. I'm doing this because fill in the blank. And the other thing too, when you have that mindset, you'll have the ability, because you know what you're going for. You're not just doing it mindlessly because you're a zombie, you're doing it for a reason. And so when opportunities come up, I've switched jobs like maybe 5 times in the last couple years. Always moving up, always finding something that's going to better support my goals and my dreams. You will see the opportunities. You're not just checked out as a zombie. You are plugged in. Your mindset, to conclude what I'm trying to say here, your mindset can plug you in and it can plug you out even if you do not change the environment that you're in. So, yes, changing the environment is very important, but most importantly, changing the mindset towards it. I really hope that this hasn't been completely random and confusing. I'll be honest, it's sometimes hard for me to remember where I started with. Again, as always, I don't script any of this stuff. I have like a general idea of what I want to talk about, what I want to share, and then I just kind of ride around and just let it fall out. You know, so you guys are kind of just getting the raw, unedited version of me. So if you were ever curious about what I am in real life, if you ever met me someday, that's it. I don't typically talk to people, I don't socialize very much, but man, if somebody ever opens that door, man, I just never stop, just one thing after another. But hey, I'm redirecting it to be more positive. So hey, anyways, are you plugged in or are you plugged out? You only have one plug on your battery. It can either be plugged into things that drain you, or it can be plugged into things that build you up. There's no in between. So take note of that, take inventory, and make the changes as necessary. It is very difficult to cut ties with people, but that is like the biggest curse towards our success and our growth in life, and towards being a better person, is the people around us. If we're obsessed with sticking around people who are draining us and constantly complaining, there was a saying once, I don't remember who it was, but everybody keeps repeating this: if you show me your 5 closest friends, I can show you who you're going to be. Because you're always the average of your closest friends. So that's very important. You have to surround yourself with people who represent who you want to be. And you can change that environment, and you can change that mindset, and you will follow. You know, nobody's a victim of anything in life, and this is where people probably don't like my personality. I always tell everybody it's your own damn fault. Nobody's ever a victim of anything that they do in life. They have complete control. You can change it. You can fix it. Thank you guys for watching. It's been very rambly and probably kind of long. I don't even know if it made any sense, but that's okay. I had fun. So I will see you guys all in the next video, and thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. We're getting really close to 1,000. I'm very excited for that. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in life, and I have a lot of big plans, but I'm not going to share them. So you guys have a good day. Bye.